Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about the basic meaning of World Trade Organization, and further we are also going to talk about the various agreements and the governance of WTO. Now let us first understand the basic meaning. See, we all know that countries involve themselves in international trade, and in order to make this trade smooth so there are no disputes among the countries, there are agreements which are signed between these countries. So World Trade Organization is the global international organization which is dealing with the rules of trade between the nations. So at its heart or core are the WTO agreements, as I said, and they are negotiated and signed by the bulk of the world trading nations and ratified in their parliaments also. See, after agreeing to the agreements, it is very important that they are even ratified, okay, that they are accepted by their parliaments and converted into laws in their parliament also. So now let us talk about the formation of WTO. So before WTO there was GATT, okay. Till 1995 there was GATT. So what is General Agreements on Tariffs and Trade? See, it was a set of agreements, okay. It was not an international organization. First of all, it was just a set of agreements which furthermore covered only tariff barriers and did not deal in services at all, okay, and did not deal in non-tariff barriers also. So WTO was formed keeping in view all of this. There was a need that a proper international organization is there to control, to regulate the international trade, to form agreements so that countries mutually can follow them. So it was formed in Jan 1995 through Marrakesh Agreement. See, this is very important. It was formed through Marrakesh Agreement as an international organization dealing with trade in goods, services, non-tariff barriers, tariff barriers in every aspect, like intellectual property rights are also covered in this. So it is headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland, and currently it has 164 members, and they are representing 98% of the world's population countries. So basically we can say that almost every country is a part of WTO, and they should be. And Afghanistan became its latest member by joining the organization in 2016. So when you are asked about which is the latest member, it is Afghanistan. So also a very important current affairs question is, who is the current head of or director general of WTO? See, she has been appointed very recently, and she's from a very small country, which is Nigeria, and her name is Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. And furthermore, WTO has a secretariat staff of 623 members. Okay, people. Now, what are the principles of WTO? Okay, so every organization, every person has certain principles to live life, and similarly WTO as an organization also has certain principles. The first one is reciprocity. So it implies mutual lowering of trade barriers, thus meaning that countries that lower their tariffs could expect their trading partners for the same. Yeah, it is very natural that if you are you are removing certain barriers for countries, then you also expect that that country also does the same. Okay, so this is basically the principle of reciprocity. Now, the other one is most favored nation. It implies that tariffs preference granted to one state should be granted to other. Okay, if you have granted tariff preference, reduced tariff for one country, then the same should be done for the other country also. Okay, and but there are certain exceptions, and which are being understood or which can be understood through economic integration, where there are various levels of the same, like partial trade agreement, free trade agreement, common market, custom union, which we are going to discuss in detail later. Now, national treatment. See, it implies that a foreign good is treated equally with the domestic good, and that countries are not able to enact such policies that give the advantage to their domestic goods. It is whenever goods from foreign countries come into your country, then it should be treated equally. There should be no partiality among the domestic goods and the foreign goods. Okay, and also there should be no advantage, and also there should be no disadvantage that should be done to the countries which have exported their goods to our country. Now, what are the functions of WTO? It aims to reduce various barriers in international trade through several unanimously formed agreements. Very right, because WTO is basically through which various agreements have been formed so as to abide by them. Now, it acts as a platform for solving various disputes between the countries if agreements are violated. Okay, very right. There is a dispute settlement mechanism also in this. Now, ensure that the developing countries do not face discrimination and benefit equally from the trade. This is very important, especially in case of developing countries, because developing countries are in the face of growth, and if they face discrimination, then they will lag behind. What are the agreements which are there in WTO? So it is basically divided into 4 annexures. The first one talks about the GATT, that is General Agreements on Tariffs in Trade. And then there is also General Agreement on Trade in Services, which is mentioned in this, and also trade related intellectual property rights. So all the agreements which are signed between the countries, okay, unanimously, they are mentioned. Whether we talk about the goods and services agreement, which is in the form of GATT and GATS, and then related to intellectual property rights also. So every agreement is mentioned in this, and countries have to abide by this. Then when we talk about Annexure 2, it mentions about the dispute settlement body's mechanism of resolving disputes in the organization. Okay, so here basically dispute settlement body's mechanism is basically mentioned. Okay, and Annexure 3 talks about all the agreements pertaining to the trade policies which are implemented by various countries, review mechanism. See, when certain trade policies are implemented by countries in the respective countries, it is very important that they are reviewed also from time to time. So Annexure 3 talks about this. Now Annexure 4 talks about the plurilateral agreements. See, we talked about economic integration wherein there is free trade agreement, partial trade agreement, okay, common market, economic union, and also here basically all the agreements which are signed in this way among countries, okay, to reduce tariff barriers and non-tariff barriers, and also in cases to eliminate them, to make the market common for the labor, okay, land, labor and capital and all. So these types of agreements are being talked about in this annexure. Now let us talk about the governance. The highest institutional body of WTO is Ministerial Conference. So this is very important. The highest institutional body is basically Ministerial Conference, and it meets every 2 years. Okay, and its subsidiary bodies are councils, committees and subcommittees. Okay, now General Council is its decision making body which meets regularly to carry out daily functions. So to carry out the daily operations of the organization, there is a General Council, okay, and it is also the decision making body of the organization. Now let us practice some important questions. Which country is the latest member of WTO? Andorra, South Africa, Japan, Afghanistan. See, Andorra, remember Andorra has become the latest member, 190th member of International Monetary Fund. Okay, whereas World Bank's latest member is basically your Nauru. Okay, now Afghanistan has become the latest member, that is 164th member of World Trade Organization. Okay. And remember, the head of WTO has been appointed recently, and she is from Nigeria, and her name is Ngozi Okonjo, right? Now the next question is, ministerial conference meets how often? See, we just discussed that ministerial conference is the highest decision making body of WTO, and it meets every 2 years. Okay, so the correct answer is option C for this. So this was all for today. Thank you so much for your time.